Hey, look everybody, it's the Nukezilla office and it's basically finished. Yay! Let's zoom in. Whee! So this is the Nukezilla office, which I showed you guys a while ago. And basically the big changes that I've done, we've got this fancy newsroom. Like this is how we do news. Keep zooming in and out. Right, this is what the newsroom looks like. So let's submit a tip. Let's go. The URL is that. The title is that. Gonna leave some notes on. I'm typing this with one hand, which is why it looks stupid. And I'm going to stealth save tip. Now, if you save the tip, it emails everyone, every staff member. If you save and call, it emails and says, John's going to write this up. And if you stealth save it, then nobody knows. So this will be a secret between just us two. It's like, oh, tip saved. Let's go down on the tips. There it is, yay! Now the reason why these are in a funny order is because these have this priority system. Because, you know, some news is going to be bigger than other news. So we have now a system that lets us order this stuff like that. And Diamond, Matthew, right? The CVG thing is like top priority, but then some other stuff. But anyway, yeah, cancel that. Let's delete that. Am I sure? Are we sure, everybody? I think we might be. Oh, and it faded away with a little bit of fancy Ajax. Yep, that's the kind of system we roll. And then down here we have fancy stuff. We have what's trending in the news, and this uses Wire, and it's all very sexy. But the cool thing that has been added now is, and you know, I'm showing this because you guys will never see this. We now have this review system, which if I can, I'll shrink it down a bit. Where you can see our release dates, and you can see due dates, and you can see these are basically all of the reviews that we want to do, and it tracks who's doing them. And because we have the goal of reviewing every big game that comes out, and keep in mind, Nukezilla never gets free games from big companies because, you know, they have no reason to send them to us because, you know, if they're sending us free games, then that's because they think that they will profit from it. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. So these are the big games coming up soon that we don't have yet a reviewer for. The Spring of Harmony, LA Noire, Alice, Duke Nukem. But if anyone wants to say I wanted to claim Duke Nukem, I come in here and I can be all like, oh, when's the release date? It's probably going to be delayed. I'll set that back. It's probably wrong anyway. Let's create the new review. Let's select John Casher. It is to do. Haven't decided on the score yet, but let's give it a. Yeah, it's still got the minus systems on from Negative Gamer. Formatting, it's all very nice, and then I select the due date, and soon it'll actually email me. And that's that. And then it's got quite nice that here's my desk, where if I've claimed any tips, it goes there, and then I can actually see what my reviews are. Like I have Lego Star Wars 3 to review, and that's was released on the 22nd. It's due in on the 20th of April. That's my review. Portal 2, 22nd. Yeah, I've got Madden on there. Shush you. And it's just quite nice. And you can see like recent posts. Yeah, it's all quite nice. You can actually see here my published statistics. That's right. In 19 posts time, it will be my 1000th post. And in total, I've had 5,500 comments on it. I'm writing an average of 0.75 posts per day. It's all useless fun stuff. But the reason why I'm showing you that is, first of all, because it's kind of interesting, and second of all, because, as you know, I've been coding the office instead of coding Prime, because I'm only one person and can only do one thing at once. Among fixing all of the bugs and doing all of the fancy stuff with the website that I normally spend hours and hours on that no one ever knows. Oh, it's a hard life. Oh. But this means that now I can start work on Prime. Now, obviously, I can't just make it all exist at once, so everything has to be done in an order. Now, first thing that's going to happen is it will exist. It will be a thing. It will be a plugin. I can poke it with a stick. Next thing that happens is I'll be able to select people to be Prime members. And obviously, I will be the first Prime member because I need to test it. But then I was thinking, well, seems silly just me testing it. Why don't I open it up to other people? So there is going to be a phase of maybe a few days, maybe a few weeks, I'm not sure, it depends how fast everything works, where there is going to be a Nukezilla Prime beta phase. And the way you get in that is I will have to manually add you and you won't be able to pay to get into this because the beta will end when payment to access Prime starts. The way you get into this, which I think is probably the fairest way and the easiest way for me, is there'll be a thread in the forum. If there isn't one, go start one. And what you have to do is post evidence, ideally a photo of you with either the Kindle version of Nukezilla, a Nukezilla t-shirt, or a Nukezilla mug. And if I see people with that, then I'll basically select your account and pop you in the Prime beta. So if you want to be one of the first people to access Prime, like obviously the blogs won't exist at this point. You'll only be able to, well, you will just be a Prime member, which for those of you who want to have your EP measured in like time that you've been a Prime member, that's the perfect one. Then yeah, that is a thing that you can do to get in on the Prime beta is put in a photo or something. But don't worry if you don't have any of this stuff, because the Pay What You Want subscription service, where you can pay like $1 to have your own blog/blogs, because I realised it would be quite cool if you could have multiple blogs with one author, because then you could have like your I don't know, your Friday music party post in like one blog, and then you could also have a blog where you cover just like indie game type stuff, and then you could, as one author, have multiple cool blogs. And I like the idea of playing around with this and seeing what can happen, because if I could set it up so you could get your own .com and point it to Nukezilla Prime blog, that would be awesome. I think that's possible to do. I'm gonna have to look up basically how to do it. I think it should be possible, maybe. But yeah, all of that is still to come. Soon Nukezilla Prime will exist and you can write blogs, and I can write blog posts about totally mundane crap, and I can put it all on Nukezilla instead of on my Tumblr, and it'll be fantastic. So, office is done. Get in on Nukezilla Prime Beta. And what are you doing today? It is a lovely sunny day. I'm going to be working on Top Secret Project, which, interestingly, here's a bit of trivia for you. This is the second time I've recorded this video, because the first time I recorded it, I accidentally flashed up the work that I was working on the computer whilst showing it, and I was like, okay, no, that just about got away with it. But then as I was rewatching the video, over my shoulder there was a whiteboard for the entirety of the video I recorded, and on the whiteboard was all of the information, and I was just like, oh, I should probably redo this video. But yeah, Top Secret Project, update on that. There is no update, but it should go... You should know what it is, and I'll be able to announce... I don't want to say announce, because it's not that exciting. It's not really anything to do with Nukezilla, it's just sort of a me thing, but anyway. I want to tell you guys about it, but I can't. Though, actually, I've not signed any NDAs yet, because they're in the post, so I guess... Well, first off, you tell me what you're up to, and... Oh, actually, what the hell. My secret